Thank you. Our next speaker is Alex Hanna. He's going to read his essay entitled Written in My Story, Not My Face, which won the 9th, 10th grade category in 2025.
You wouldn't understand, my Asian American classmate tells me. He smirks at me, sure in his knowledge that I wouldn't understand his reference. One he felt only an Asian would understand. I smirked back. Both my mother and my Bawai, grandma, were born in Vietnam. Most of my classmates don't know I am mixed race. I don't look Asian, my name isn't Asian. My close friends know. They often talk about going back to Asia to visit their families or their experiences moving here. When they hear I've never been back or that I haven't met some of my cousins, they seem shocked. I often feel the vibe that this fits their narrative, that I am disconnected from my heritage, and that maybe I'm not Asian enough. My experience isn't theirs, but is it less Asian? My friends don't know that all my life, my grandmother has come up from Virginia to stay with us for weeks, travels with us over the summer, and joins us during the holidays. When she comes to Belmont, our house fills with the smell of her tiger balm and ointments. She often doesn't leave the house, choosing to spend her time cooking, and her visits are always muddled in my memories with the smell of my favorite Vietnamese dishes and her standing in our kitchen making hundreds of chai. We also go visit her in her home. The week before, she always asks me, what do you want to eat? I know that she spends the time between that call and when we arrive cooking. When it's time for us to leave, she doesn't let us go without taking an ice chest filled with pounds of our favorite foods back, certain, correctly, that no good Vietnamese food in the Boston area is as good as hers. My friends don't know that some of my earliest memories are walking with my Bawai through the back alley of Eden Shopping Center, a large Vietnamese center in Virginia. We always walk under the giant clock tower she told me replicates Ben Thanh Market in Saigon. We always have the same destination, walking past the gray fountain spewing water, ignoring the cigarette stubs littering the ground, and dodging all the people walking, talking, laughing, and yelling in Vietnamese. We always visit my grandma for Tet, and she always takes us to eat in bed. On those visits, the everyday bustle is louder as everyone does their Tet shopping. It never bothers me, though. I've been here many times. Bawai always negotiates for a few decorations and small gifts for my brother and me, from the vendors who stuff the crowded corridors with red and gold banners, with dragons and neatly stitched proverbs. After, we always head down the same narrow hall and open the door to our favorite restaurant, breathing in the fragrant smell of pho as we stop for lunch. When my friends wonder whether I'm Asian enough because I haven't been back to Asia, they don't know that my family hasn't gone back to Vietnam in decades. My grandma didn't just leave Vietnam, she and my mom fled when Saigon fell. And yes, we only call it Saigon, never Ho Chi Minh City. Bawai often talks about the war, the politics of it, and the personal aspects, like how even now, she can't sleep without the lights on and noises in the background. Because grandma usually comes with us on vacation, through the years we've often asked to go back to Vietnam. But she always refused, and Vietnam has always been off the table. However, this year, we tried one more time, and she finally agreed. Finally, this summer, my family and my Bawai are going to Vietnam for the first time in 50 years. I will finally be able to see the original Ben Thanh Market and compare it to the familiar replica from Eden I know so well. So, I guess for my friends and other classmates who may think I'm disconnected from my Asian identity because I haven't been back to Vietnam, I will finally be Asian enough. But that's their narrative of what it means to be Asian. Maybe I haven't yet seen Vietnam with my eyes, but I've lived it with my senses. When I finally step off that plane, I won't be discovering my Asianness. I'll be returning to a place that's always been a part of me. I've always been Asian enough. My story just doesn't look like theirs, but that doesn't make it any less real. Thank you.